Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2000 Tales, where we are playing some Cyberpunk Red. Y'all, it's another night of some spooky mountain woods goodness. But I don't think I have we don't have any sort of like announcements and stuff on the channel, right? I don't think so. Just hey. Watch it here. It's over. If you want to listen to it in podcast form, is over on Big Gay Dice Game. The first half and the second half of the live show are split into two episodes there, so you can watch it in some little bite-sized pieces. So go hang out on that. But since this is technically episode 2, 3 of this, we're just gonna hop into a little recap because hey, you know who everybody is. So last we met everybody. We had a little bit of a look into the lives of our different cyberpunk players here. I'm not even going to say edge runners, but y'all are living pretty comfortable lives. This whole game takes place in Pine Hollow, just a sleepy little oasis, honestly, in this capitalistic hellscape that is 2045. But we also, on top of that, maybe learned a little bit of the mystery, one of the mysteries going on in town, as everyone had made their way to the radio tower to do their monthly-ish. It's real weird. It coincides on a full moon. What a coincidence. Anyway, broadcast for our rocker boy to get some songs out, our media to get some stories out, and really just a good excuse to hang out. But some weird things were happening. We had people's names being called in voices they recognized, but not from the person supposedly calling it. There were lights in the woods that were maybe these giant fireflies that everybody saw. Plus, then our exec here, who is just really doing good, is definitely nothing wrong at all in their life, but maybe did feel a bit of a weird interference that seemed to be pulling him in a certain direction, which the only thing that direction was a old abandoned facility previously ran by Militech way pre-Fourth Corporate War. But I decided it's late. The fog was coming in. Just go home, get some rest. You got to the car, a door open. Did y'all do that? Did it? I don't know. But you made your way back into town. I'm assuming probably everybody first went to Chris's, since that is where the vehicle was dropped off, and then split and walked to your general homes. But we're gonna pick up the next morning. It is a nice. It depends on when you get out of bed, but it is a early morning, and it is a little bit gloomy. That full moon fog that came in the night before hasn't really let up, and it's quite overcast. Occasionally maybe the sun tries to peek through, but immediately just gets choked out by more cloud cover or the tree cover. What, y'all can, if you have anything you need to do or like to do separately, or what I guess is going on this morning. Who wants to chime in first?
Ivy probably gets up at like sunrise to get a head start, because now there's light in her room and doesn't have to run the electricity, because that keeps the huffing some weird smoke thing, and she'll fix it eventually, but not today. So now she has light in the room, so she's trying to like do other projects that she's promised other people that she'd do, and there's a very long list of things waiting to get done, but she keeps bumping other things that are more interesting ahead of. So there's only one explosion this morning that Chris will hear if he wakes up early enough.
I love how the condition is if he wakes up. Like he's
well, if you're awake. I mean, if you're awake.
Also, why would there only be one explosion? How close is this explosion to Chris's cabin?
It's just, if you're looking outside, you see the puff of smoke.
Okay. I think that would be a good transition point. As Chris is sitting, I imagine this thing has a little bit of like a porch, and is leaning on the railing, um, still in probably some sort of night dress, probably like a t-shirt and some like gym shorts or something similar to that, and sipping a cup of coffee, watching the butterfly just kind of land on it and then float off and hover a little bit as he goes to take a sip, and then it just kind of comes back down and settles along the rim, and then he watches the puff of smoke go up and go, oh, someone else is up early, and then think really hard for far too long.
So not for an hour.
Solid bit. What about Joe or Dylan?
I think Joe also woke up at the early sunrise hours, but not of her own choice. If I may, I think her father came and woke her up and forced her to go help clean the restaurant after Grammy Gwen's little meeting last night. So yeah, she hasn't really had time to reflect on anything because gotta go to work.
Yeah.
Not that she really noticed much that night anyway. So
No, yeah. I mean, from Joe's point of view, it was a great night. Nothing weird at all.
it was a
Fine.
little frustrating at the beginning because like we were getting, the broadcast time is precious, but yeah, other than that, it was great.
Mhm.
So Dylan, probably after all the weird shit that happened, she usually has like security cams or like different cams set up throughout town. And I'm guessing she stayed up pretty late watching to see if there's anything weird in the fog. So she probably fell asleep like at her computer and doesn't wake up until either like late morning or until probably Maggie would check up on her because she hadn't made any noise at all and concerned. But she gets up pretty late usually because she's always watching for like during the fog. That's usually her entire thing. Seeing if there's anything new.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, probably eventually you do you hear a little like rap on your door while you're asleep. And like it starts like real quiet, and it's like as soon as there's like just the slightest bit of noise from you, then the door is like pushed in from Maggie. And it's just like, you good? Y'all were out in a hurry yesterday, and then
Yep. God,
you look hungover. Did you have too much moonshine?
no, that wasn't. I was just hands. It was weird last night. Weird crap. Shocker.
So
It's all
that's
good.
one of the fun quirks of living here, you know. But once you get up and going, could you head over to the Rock House and pick up the empty jugs? I'm assuming they're going to be empty from bingo night, please, and then bring
Yep.
them over to the shop.
Will do.
Well,
And I'll just kind of like
it's the
roll
routine.
out of wherever I was to like get dressed with something quick and then head over, get that done so I can hopefully try and get the main chores done out of the way so I have my rest of my free time to do whatever.
Yeah, you can get over to the Rock House, which, not that it's ever busy, but it is very empty, obviously, in the morning time. Who wants fish related breakfast? Pretty much no one. So you're able to walk in, and yeah, Bob Rock is in the corner, like rebagging trash that has fell out of a trash bag because of a bunch of broken glass at the bottom of the bag, and kind of like cussing to himself. And you see Jet, Joe's little brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is kind of going around and resetting up the tables as everything's kind of been cleaned off. There is one table that has like the stacks of the moonshine jugs. And I think, Joe, you are getting to just sit back and watch this as um, Grammy or Granny? Grammy, right?
Grammy, yeah.
Yeah. As Grammy Gwen sitting across from you, and y'all are just having coffee this morning because, as she said, since she stayed last night, Jed's got to clean it all up. You are her favorite after all. And this has just gotten the other two even more disgruntled and at this fact. Well, good morning, Dylan. How you doing today?
Hey, just doing fine. Just here to pick up the empty jugs.
Come sit down and have some coffee with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob, get some more coffee for Dylan. And he's like, oh, God. Grumbles.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah. No, I'm just tired. Big day.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, can you make that like 2 or 3? Just like bring a whole tray. Just bring the whole pot. That'd be good.
No, it's all good. I don't want to take your shit.
No,
It's fine.
It's all right. We've been drinking it too, so we can top off. We need another round.
For a bit.
Okay.
You see Bob kind of stumbling, grumbling still with a pot of coffee. I thought this was supposed to be like a family business. You know, the family works together to clean and run and cook. And it seems like it's just me and Jet. What's up? What's up with this? And he slams the coffee pot. It's like one of the metal ones, so it's not like gonna break as it's more like a carafe on the table.
Funny you saying that when I was here alone last night. So,
Well, your grandmother kicked me out of my own damn restaurant.
and
Well,
now
you were
you're let
being a
back in.
little loud and hard-headed. He grumbles and
Do you want breakfast? Should we ask for some breakfast? I'm sure we could get some.
I'm
honey,
good.
you should know better than any to ask for breakfast here. Everything's got a tinge of fishiness to it. You don't even trust the eggs.
I guess. I mean, just kind of get used to it. It's fine after a while.
Just looks at the coffee.
The-
Sus.
I swear there's no fish in the coffee. We use well water, not river water.
Okay.
Beans are still stored in that kitchen, so go at your own risk. It's not bad. Maybe put some sugar in it.
I just down the cup without tasting. I don't want to think about it. I just do it rather quickly.
I think having Grammy here, Joe's gonna say, "So Grammy, how was bingo? You win any?"
Oh, you win some, you lose some, and I won a lot last night, if I won't be serious. But honestly, anything I win just goes back into paying Maggie for the booze. So really broke even, which is the best you can expect, really.
Does Joe Joe knows that something's up? She just doesn't know what's up, right?
Yeah.
All right, then Joe's just gonna be like, and like a not a like. I don't think Grammy would be threatened by Joe anyway, but not in like a threatening way, but just kind of like a playful way. Joe's gonna say, "Cut the shit, Grammy.
Excuse me?
What do you have going on? I know it's not bingo."
We play a lot of bingo. You saw it. We had the rolly thing, and Jerry was spilling stuff.
It's a nice cover, Grammy, if that is your real name.
It's not actually.
I
You're the
know
one
it
that picked it.
fits. Grammy Gwen. You have two G's. Um, come on. And she's gonna like pull, like if Dylan's sitting next to her, she'll like pull her like close in. So we're all like really, really close together. It's like, I swear I won't tell Dad or Jet or anybody. Just tell me what's going on.
She'll get in real close. Don't you go asking questions when you don't want to know the answer. All right. Now, this is the last I want to hear you talking about my bingo night. Unless you get yourself a happy little invitation in the mail, you need to zip it. All right. Enjoy your coffee, ladies. And she gets up and like walks back into the kitchen.
Grammy takes no shit.
Dylan is shrunk. Like I don't want to be in the middle of this. I'm just watching, like just full on, like taking notes, but still.
I will know one day what goes on at those bingo games. I swear. So, wait, Dylan, why are you here? Not that I don't like you here, but
no, Maggie checked to make sure I was alive, and sent me on a go get something, to make sure I was still doing things. The usual. So
the jars, right?
Yeah, I'm supposed to get the jugs.
We can go together to take them back. Hey, Paul, I'm taking these back with Dylan. I'll be back at some point. Delivery. And she'll like take off her apron and like help bring
Don't
over
get
the
you filling up a paying customer spot anyway with your gabbing.
See, look, I'm working, and we'll like help carry those out. Just like pulling Dylan along is like, I don't want to be here. I'm trying to get out of work today.
I'm happy to help you. I just don't want to get in trouble too.
Oh, we can go hang out at Maggie's. That's fine with me. I just don't want to be here.
Okay, sure. That sounds fun.
Or we don't have to. Whatever you want to do.
I would really not like to. She's been really into my business lately, and not badly, I should say, but more so I like to keep certain things private, and she doesn't want me looking into certain things, and I kind of been looking into things that I probably shouldn't have been looking into. So, rather just keep that.
Are you talking about the stuff that you were telling me last night? About the stuff with like Skeeter Jr. and my uncle?
Mm-hmm.
We're saying this all outside too. Like, I want to know. Okay, fine. We can drop this off at Maggie's and then, so you tell Maggie that you have to come back to the Rock House to do something important, and then we'll just go somewhere else. No one will be the wiser.
I really want that to work, but she always knows. She always knows when I lie. I don't know. She just does. It's I'll try my best though, okay?
Just let me know when I can help.
Okay. And I'll take Joe with me back to Maggie's. Drop off the the jugs that we just got.
Sorry. Okay. So yeah, y'all head that direction and start to drop off the jugs, doing what little necessities you had to do for the day to not have the town elders upset with you. Where's Ivy at?
Does Ivy know what time the nomads are supposed to be getting into town?
Yeah, I think they would probably get in usually like morning time. Like they'll
Okay.
do a nice at nighttime descent into this area as to help keep its anonymity and what's that word? My brain shut down
My
trying to
brain is
say
just
it.
thinking of Nemo now.
I know.
That's the only word I can think of. Anonymous?
Yeah.
I don't know. Um,
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so Ivy will finish building like a firefly catcher that's bigger than a normal firefly catcher, because she was supposed to work on something else, and then she was like, that one firefly though was like real weird, and she was confused, so she built one that has a net, but it's super fine mesh, and then there's a solid steel piece on the end, so it just like claps together, so like you can't escape once it gets over, and it's just like a grabby hand, but mechanical. That was the thing that did explode the first time because it was a little too strong. And she tried for some reason to use explosives to make it shut. Did not work. Don't know why. She wasn't drinking her coffee yet. Now she's on her third cup and she's a little hyper, and she is rushing down to the dive because that's where the nomads would probably be at.
Yeah, I think just for kind of like ease sake, as everyone's doing their things, it's kind of like as Joe and Dylan are finishing offloading these jugs, you'll see Ivy kind of running down the street with like some large contraption heading.
It just looks like it looks like a
Maggies.
stick, think like right now. Just looks like a
Mm-hmm.
foldable stick.
Yeah, I'll just let her go by, or
I'll try and grab Ivy.
You very easily grab her, and she like yanks backwards. She's like, "What the fuck? Oh, hi.
Hey.
Oh, it's just you. Okay. Hi. What? What's up?
None of the spooky things in the forest. Yeah.
The what?
Spooky things. Did you not see the spooky things? The fireflies, the giant fireflies. They were like this big, and one of them was a different color. Like most of them were warm, but like one was white light, and that's weird. That's why I made this, and then I pushed a
it was
button.
more like when you were up high, you saw blue lights, like cool lights, but the fireflies were all warm lights.
Oh. So we saw fireflies evidently, but I saw blue lights, and I didn't see the blue lights when I went down, and then nobody saw the blue lights, and that's why I was trying to get Chris to leave fireflies. But I made this to catch the fireflies in case it has anything to do with anything. And when she pushes the button, like it shoots open and makes a giant net and a foldable steel thing.
Ooh. Wait, where was I?
Distracted trying to make the radio work while I was up on the tower trying to fix the radio.
Oh. I feel like I would have heard about. Now she's like really confused. Like, how did she miss like large fireflies and lights? Like,
you were
she's
really
like,
into your song.
That does make sense. That's weird.
Yeah, it was.
I want to know what the blue lights are. I would think I was the only one that saw the blue lights. But somebody heard a voice?
I didn't see that.
Did somebody tell me? Did somebody say that? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you were talking to me, but you weren't.
Yeah, you didn't know I wasn't talking. I was up there looking at the blue lights, trying to see what the fuck the blue lights were.
Yeah, it was all suspicious as hell. But it's what it is.
But the nomads should be in town today.
Oh, that's cool.
So if we wanted to go to the facility with them.
The facility. Do I know where the facility? Which facility is this? What facility?
The military place.
Oh, ooh, that place is also scary. Why do we want to do so many scary things?
I mean, we could see if Chris wants to go, and then Chris knows military stuff, right? So and has guns, so maybe that'll help. I don't know.
No, it's cool. Yeah, might as well, I guess.
Should I get Chris first and then go? I should probably get Chris
Yeah,
first.
let's do that. I need to get my stuff if we're doing that.
Okay. I'll be back then and I'll rush over there and run back. I've had a lot of coffee this morning. And there's also like smoke like all over the faces. She did not wash out. But she's just like, okay, I'll be back. And then very hyper runs.
Okay then. Okay.
Man, how do people get to doing so much before like 10 a.m.?
Do not know. Does
It's
not
weird when
make
you wake
sense.
up at sunrise. I don't know what it's about, but it's weird.
So where you're going up to Chris's cabin,
Yes.
Ivy first? Okay. What did you find Chris doing? Because, is it just still sitting and contemplating?
I think Chris is probably inside at this point, finishing putting on his usual attire, one of his 5 suits that he rotates through. Sets in the one from yesterday into this, like steam cleaner presser all in one machine that is clearly very from the big city TM.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's what he's doing inside.
Okay.
Ivy may have tried to take that apart at least once, but didn't. She was very curious though.
Yeah. So you run up, Ivy, and I think probably, maybe there's just like, because we're renovating an old cabin, and I feel like you got to have like the whole wall of windows at one point to just really enjoy, I don't know, looking at the base of trees. A lot of cabins in the woods have a wall of windows to look at the dark, but
Maybe
so
it's
we'll say there's that.
Maybe it's over in the direction of the like top half of the waterfall, since it's up there.
Yeah, there you go. So it's got like a good view. And
Oh, you can see my house from here.
yeah, you see kind of in the kitchen area, and probably like walks up to the door, would be Chris's assistant, Bonita, who has been kind of here the entire time as well, helping with like organizing.
She waves very excitedly, and if not noticed, she'll knock.
Yeah. So, what is kind of the vibe of? Hold on, I'm so sorry. What is kind of the vibe of your assistant? Like what is the energy she gives?
Hold on. I have to go find it. I put it in NPC. Very clearly corpo. And just this kind of analytical kind of personality, which is kind of the easiest way, very by the books, by the numbers, statistics are everything. So
Yeah, then I think she'll just kind of come to the door very like proper good posture. I feel like she'd have like very good posture, very like tailored and very clearly starched, like corporate mandated suit. And I'll open the door. Ivy.
Hi. I was seeing Chris wanted to do a thing with that we were talking about last night. I think we talked about it last night. We did talk about it last night. There's a thing. How are you today? Are you good?
As fine as I can be here. Yes, that is for sure. I guess would you like to come in? I'm assuming this is about, wait, not butterflies anymore. Fireflies?
There were fireflies, yes.
Those were real.
Yeah, they were real big. They were like this big. That's why I made this. And I held up the knife.
And we are unfortunately out of caffeinated beverages as she shuts a cabinet very obviously. Would you like some chamomile, maybe?
No, I'm good. I've had like 4 cups of coffee already today, so I'm great.
Mm-hmm.
But it
Yes,
is.
I can tell that.
Now Chris will poke his head out from clearly the bedroom and goes, "Oh, hi, Ivy.
Hi.
Morning, Benita as well. Didn't see you coming.
Good morning. Well, I have prepared breakfast. It's in the fridge. I don't want to wake you, but it seems your friend is here and wants you to come outside and play. So
Well,
I'll leave the.
You can eat first if you want, if you need to. I mean, I had.
Nah, that's okay.
Shouldn't you eat?
I'll be a fan.
We could bring it to go.
Bonita
Sure,
hands you what's essentially a protein bar. Just make sure he eats this within the next 3 hours, please. Thank you.
She collapses and it doesn't collapse properly, the thing, and then she like collapses again. Then she puts it in her pocket and then she has the protein bar. She's like, okay, I'm good. Remember yesterday we said about the place, that the facility. You want to go to the facility with us and want to meet the nomads, the other nomad, the people that I told you about? I think.
I remember having a dream about this. So
I don't think it was a dream, but might have been.
Oh, cool. Okay, no, it could be real. I now have given Benita vastly incorrect information about fireflies. If that's the case, sorry, Benita.
No, the fireflies are real.
Okay, those are real. Wonderful.
The blue lights weren't. Nobody else saw the blue lights, so I don't know. But that was me. I saw the blue lights, not you.
Yeah, specifically. That doesn't sound incredibly familiar, but okay. Yeah, no, nomads and seeing a Militech abandoned facility.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's real. It's real. We have to be cautious because Dylan's out of character brother.
Yes.
Dylan's brother went missing or died there, so it's like sensitive, but we don't know why. So I kind of want to figure out why. But also, there could be some really cool things there that are techie that I could find and use and bring and make really cool things.
Right. Okay. Hey, Benita.
Yes.
Do I have any meetings today? I didn't look before I got in the shower.
Well, there was one an hour ago, but I went ahead and moved that for you to tomorrow.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, thank you. Then I don't think. I mean, I guess I could go. I don't have anything else going on today, unless I'm mistaken. Looked at Benita again for verification.
No, I believe there's plumbers coming today, but I can handle that.
Okay, cool.
You hired other plumbers? No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. Continue.
Just kind of
she has like
Benita.
no change of expression, just looks at you like, yes. Yes, I did.
Because sure, yeah, that's probably what happened.
Ivy looks slightly sad.
Benita's doing most of the renovation work, so like that's all her wheelhouse. That being said, yes, whatever. Well, I will get with you, Benita, about what happens today afterwards. This could be moderately important.
I can do a recording so you can.
Don't we have it? Isn't that Dylan's whole thing?
Yeah.
Let's let Dylan do her work.
Well, yeah. So then we can prove that like you can know what's real and what's not real too.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that way there's something beyond my memory, and then I can go, oh well, that was just a dream, and then have it not be a dream, which is fun. But hey,
I don't have dreams.
That's okay. It's honestly.
Bonita, during this entire conversation, there's like a little island in the kitchen that has like bar stools, and she's like moved and sitting on one and has like a data pad and is just staring at y'all and typing, like just watching. It's like, okay.
Well, if you need anything else done on the house, she looks at Benita. I would love to come and help and upgrade some stuff. So whenever you want that, I'm your gal. But I can take a hint. Also, probably. Okay, bye. And she'll just like walk towards the door.
As you close the door and Chris has not left yet.
No, she leaves the door open, but she'll like walk out.
Okay. Chris will go.
She's getting nervous at being stared down.
Have we hired her before?
Ivy,
Yeah.
you did have her working on a well system. I'm not quite sure what it was. There was a small fire. You only paid her 50 eddies. But I
I
went
still don't
ahead
understand
and
how that happened. But
there's water involved and still fire.
yeah, well, this town is getting more and more eventful, it seems. Anyway, I'm off. Obviously, ring the agent if you need me for anything dire, or to get you out of trouble.
Vice versa, too, please.
Which, yeah, absolutely.
This facility, what is it?
I don't know, I'm curious because it could be useful.
Ivy just says, it's like an old Militech facility. We don't know much about it. That's all we know.
Is it? Well, maybe steer clear of any cameras, Chris.
I will do my best. Can't promise anything, obviously. If you want, I could wear not my usual stuff.
I think just whatever makes you comfortable, just the least connections you have to Militech, the best.
I don't have any, do I?
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Haven't I always worked for Ziggurat?
Yes. Yes, you have. More.
Oh, wait, this was the okay. Yeah. Never mind. I'm following. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got
Again, starts typing on the data
Ivy
pad.
is
Every time she
eavesdropping
does
this
too.
entire time.
Yeah. Every time like Bonita pulls up her data pad, starts typing in something, you're getting alerts that your like chart for Dr. Chop is getting updated.
Are you working on my chart again?
Oh, of course not.
Then are the alerts I'm getting just the doctor working on it, or
You know, I'm pretty sure he was updating your prescriptions, and so maybe good thing you're here. Maybe you can fix some of those bugs.
could I actually make a roll for that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like human perception.
I would love actually a loyalty roll for the exec.
Ooh, I forgot that's a thing.
Yeah. I do not know her start. I think your starting loyalty is 4 unless it's changed.
That should be, yeah.
Okay. And so I'm rolling a D10, aiming for a 4 even. So I just barely scrape by, I believe, because I'm looking to meet or beat under. So I'm looking for
You
a
have
4
to
or less.
beat, like
have to beat?
ties
Okay.
go to none.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah, I mean, like, she is loyal, obviously, to
Yeah.
what's going on. Maybe more to the corporation than you,
That's exactly
particularly.
yes. Yeah.
But you get the vibe that she's paying close attention to you for some reason.
Yeah. So he'll go. Okay. When we finally seal this deal, remind me to give you a bonus.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that.
I mean, you've kept me out of trouble so far. And then we'll step out to follow Ivy.
He's about to get you in trouble.
She'll give just like a very curt little wave to Ivy if she like looks back. And then like
I don't think she
goes
likes
on
me.
to something.
Bonita likes nobody.
Okay. As long as it's not just me. I guess that's okay.
She might be a little bit more upfront about it like you, but it's really a very it's like a everybody thing. So don't worry about it too much. It's not a personal thing.
Okay.
You'd know if it was personal.
How? Did you tell me? Like, just tell me it was personal?
I don't want to divulge that information for the reasons of it really makes it less of a scary thing and makes it more of just,
Oh, but now I'm more worried. But okay, fine.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
this is not to alleviate worry. I apologize if that was how I was supposed to.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm always worried. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. So we have to go all the way to the other side of town.
Well, that's what we have cars for, right?
Oh yeah, you have a car.
Yeah, I got a truck.
We had to pick up Joe and Dylan though. They're at
Of course
at Maggie's, okay. I think still.
All right. Do you want to drive or do you want me to drive?
Can I drive? That'd be so cool. I haven't driven the fancy car yet.
If you wish to drive the fancy car, you may drive the fancy car.
Yes.
I might run into another forest, and I don't think that's very conducive to driving.
She's very excited about this and quickly runs to the front seat to drive.
You see, like, Bonita's just like leaning over like the kitchen counter, looking out the window, like squeezing a coffee cup so hard it's about to break her hands. Just like, it's fine.
She can't blow this up though. Probably.
One condition.
Look.
One condition.
Hmm.
You don't fuck with it.
Oh, I won't make any alterations or anything.
Okay, because I will say the
I'm not a
well
mechanic.
incident is still fresh in Benita's mind, so I'd like to give her an
Oh, right. When the engine that was supposed to make the thing work, that's what, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
You look over and like the old well house is gone, and there's very clearly this brand new tech like pump sitting there.
Disappointed again. I don't think she likes my work. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think I do very good work, but okay. Whatever.
let's go pick up your other compatriots. Our other compatriots, are they from my friends? I don't really know.
I mean, they're my friends, so they could be your friends if you want them to be your friends.
I mean, they'd be then acquaintances or friends of friends, but that works.
You can ask them if they're your friends. I mean, Dylan probably.
Let's go pick them up, and then
less friendly.
we'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. 15.
Yeah.
I succeed. I don't blow up the car.
Look at that. So yeah, you are able to make your way down the windy road because Chris does live on the outskirts of town on the slope side. So you're kind of going through Skeeter territory. You pass Skeeter's Antiques and Guns, where you see that there are quite a few people in the parking lot. It has been the busiest it's ever been this week. Weird. And keep kind of like roaming your way down to Maggie's at the kind of base of the hill here, where Joe and I keep nearly saying Mary because I'm looking at names, Dylan are hanging out and waiting. You'll see the truck coming down with Ivy behind the wheel.
She's very excited.
Whoa, what? Okay. Wait, Ivy, do you normally drive?
She knows how to drive.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. That's not. I guess
She
it'd be more
hasn't
shocking
driven.
if,
She hasn't driven this fancy car, but she usually drives like a really cheap pickup that. It's fancier. You're muted.
It's like Nomad fancy, yes.
Well, it's fancier than her pickup truck that's probably like way too old and has been fixed 82,000 times
That's fair.
and barely runs.
Anyway.
Guys, I got to drive. We got to ride and go to the dive.
Okay.
I rhymed.
We're really doing this.
Well, we're gonna stop at Ella's first at the dive and see the nomads, and that's probably gonna take a bit.
Okay.
And then we'll discuss like what we want to do, and then I'm sure they have ideas, and then I don't know.
Fun. Yep.
Maybe everybody will decide that is a terrible idea, and we don't do it. But then
No, we should do it. We should definitely do it. Yep. Just do it.
Hello again.
Hi.
Last night actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
apparently.
Floating fireflies, weird voices, all that fun stuff. Yep.
Cool.
I
All
didn't
happened.
I didn't see any of it, but multiple people have said it's true, so okay.
That's how I kind of feel. So like at least you're not alone there, Joe.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll hop in the car, have this conversation, and drive. I mean, not very far. You're just kind of having to get across the road. You kind of pass the section that is normally kind of the farmers market trade area when it's, big harvest times or when the nomads are coming in, and you look and the nomads are not there as far as like setting up anything, like they would have brought anything back with them, which is usually the routine. And then you pull up into Ella's that also looks empty. I mean, it's still pre-noon, and this is very clearly only a dive bar currently until the mechanic shop gets up and going. So, but the door is kind of like open and letting some air in. You can hear some music bumping in there. We'll say it's got some like, I feel like what is Ella's kind of music? I feel like Ella's very like old school rock of some sort, like old school, especially by this standard.
Samurai playing.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Ivy will park the car, be very careful, turn it off, hand the keys to Chris, so they are not her responsibility.
Take the
Unless I
keys.
should hold them. Do you want me to hold them?
I'm pretty good at holding on to things. I might not
Okay.
forget I have them, so you
I'll
might have to
remind you
remind
you
me.
have.
Okay.
I'll remind you you have them.
Cool. And we'll tuck them into the front of the suit jacket.
And then quickly walk to the door, be like, Ella, I have company. My friends here.
You hear like a thud and then something kind of like tumble over, as then she pops up from under the bar, has like a box in her hands that's now clearly empty. As you hear things rolling, she's like, fuck, you scared me so bad.
Sorry.
I had on the bar. Oh shit. Hi. Good morning. Morning? Is it still morning?
I mean, I've been up for 5 hours, but
I don't even think I've been awake an hour.
Are you okay? And she like quickly rushes up to check and look at her head. She has first aid.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a little bump, but she's just like, honestly, it's more the hangover than the head thing, but that was not fun. That was no fun. Y'all left, and man, that pool tournament got wild. And
Aww.
Who won?
it was a lot. Oh shit, who won? Who won? Shit, Valerie won. Valerie won. I didn't even know that she could play pool.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things people don't know about Valerie.
Yeah. I don't know. I just know at one point in time, what's her name? Sister Mary Jane was kind of doing a striptease, but definitely singing some jazzy tune on top of a pool table. It was something.
Oh.
Something.
They really are the coolest nuns ever.
Right? Anyway. Hey. Lexi, y'all. Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have orange juice and I have Bailey's, but no real breakfast things. Or not Bailey's, Kahlua. That's like coffee. I have those things, but I don't have real coffee.
I've already had like 4 cups. I was told probably not to have more, but
Okay,
We're just
just
out of the
cracks
house.
open like a coffee liqueur and just like
I saw them
in
in the cabinet, but that's okay.
Benita said we didn't have any, so I assume we didn't have any.
She closed the okay, sure. I just like look at Ella and like, Benita doesn't like me.
She doesn't like anyone. I don't think.
That's what I was told, but I think she specifically doesn't like me, but it's okay. Where are the others? Weren't they supposed to come here today?
Yeah, they were supposed to get back this morning, but haven't heard from them. I called a couple of times, haven't heard anything. They usually let me know if they're running late, but I don't know. I know there were some storms picking up or something. Maybe signal got crossed.
If the storm's real bad, they might have to put down somewhere before they made it back to the runway.
Yeah, I try to not worry until they're more than 2 or 3 days late, but
Ivy is already worrying.
Does it look like has it been getting like darker? Like a storm is like relatively close?
I don't think so. Not in like the dark storm cloud away of this area, but it is still very heavily overcast and very foggy. Like it's when you're looking outside at the dive, it's hard to even see the trading post area.
Mm.
Should we go find it?
Oh fuck. I mean, they went up to like Alberta or something, but then they were also going to go all the way down to Vegas. I don't know where they would have ended up if it's a goose chase. Sorry, that's just a joke that we tell pun with each other. Anyway, well, goose chase at this point. But yeah, if they don't show up, I'm going out there. But
okay, yeah. Don't go by yourself.
no, of course not.
Because I don't. Because it's dangerous. Yeah, and I don't want anything bad to happen. But yeah, you should go by yourself. But they should be here, but that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, yeah, they got down somewhere, and I don't know. The rest of the pack's supposed to be coming this direction in the next week or so. So, maybe hopefully, if shit got rough, they got a hold of the rest of the pack and will make it back up.
Ivy does not say worst case scenario is actually, but she is thinking it.
Anyone else want some of this Kahlua? And she's just like drinking from the bottle of like coffee liqueur.
Chris will pass. Take it.
There you go.
Take a swig. Kind of.
It's very old. I don't know when the last time Kahlua was actually making things, so I'm sorry. I don't know if it has an expiration date, but hey, this is the world we live in.
Looks at the bottom of the bottle, looks around. Tastes okay.
Do. Anyway, is that all y'all were here for? Is to see everyone else?
No.
Well, kinda. We were gonna see if any of them wanted to go on an excursion up to the old Militech abandoned place.
Oh, you can see like very, very hard. Ella is trying to not look at Dylan. Like so much like wants to, and it's like, ooh, why head out there?
Last evening, I was getting the cyber vibrations. So
A lot of people pay for that. Anyway, what?
Ivy turns bright red.
Chris kind of blinks for a moment and goes, people pay for that?
Oh, I should know not to make jokes. Yes. Probably not what you experienced, though. I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't, not that kind of vibration, I don't think. Anyway, point. Yeah, so that's why.
You felt it from that way, that direction.
Yeah. The Cybertech wanted to go that direction. So
also there was really weird blue
like...
lights yesterday.
Giant fireflies, all that kind of
giant fireflies
stuff.
And something that sounded like me that wasn't me. So I didn't hear it, but
I mean, good luck, I guess. There's one thing I've been told countless times since I've been here is if you see something in the woods, no, you don't. And that's how you stay alive. But if you don't want to go searching for the boogeyman or whatever, good luck.
We're just going down the building. We're not searching for anything specific. They're trying to avoid all the things that I saw. We saw. Some of us saw.
Also, it's like during the day, everybody knows that nothing weird happens during the day, right?
Statistically, that's
thunder
not true.
echo from somewhere off in the distance.
Dylan just kind of gives a look at Joe of like you're not serious, right? Like horrible things happen during the day.
Sorry, I was just.
I don't want to go without everybody else. That seems weird. I kind of.
What bad things happen?
There's been bodies found in the forest. There's been weird voices. There's been like faceless people, I think.
Being killed.
There's a couple of times I was about to say something, but then realized oh, that was Dylan's brother. Oh, that was Joe's aunt. Like all the stories she heard, she realized she doesn't really want to say in this crowd is like weird deer, 3 eyes.
Yeah, weird deer.
Mass graves of reburied people.
A lot of weird things happen in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know
Wasn't
why.
Too crazy.
The babies and the dogs that all make noise at that one weird time.
Yeah. It happened
That's what
again
that
last
was.
night.
Yeah.
Wait, was that?
Oh.
That's at like the. Is that that had words? Was that at the exact same time that the radio thing happened in the full moon?
Yeah, we're out of town. You don't know, but she says yes, it was last night.
Was that at midnight last night?
Time very blurry from last night, but it was before Maggie kicked us out, which usually she kicks us out about 4. And we weren't that drunk yet. So probably maybe closer to 1-ish.
Why are all the weird things happen exactly at midnight when the radio tower turns on the full moon?
Probably because it's full moon.
Yeah, full moons are weird.
Full moons are weird.
What I want to figure out.
Is a full moon like a generator of some sort? That would be really cool.
Ooh.
Gravitational pull and tides and stuff, right?
Ice generator.
I wonder if I can use it to power something. That would be
The
cool.
moon?
Yeah. That'd be cool. I'm gonna work on that.
Weird shit's happened. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's powerful enough to turn on a giant power thing and make babies cry and dogs howl and stuff like that. Why can't it make electronics work?
Maybe it does if the radio tower functions.
See, I just need to figure out how to master that.
I don't.
Sure, I could figure out with less explosions than usual.
Butterflies don't really like that idea, but maybe that's just butterflies.
Don't explode the moon.
I'm not going to explode the moon. I can't reach the moon. I want to harness
saying,
the power
you're
here.
you're really talented, and I wouldn't put it past you, but just try not to.
Do you think I'm talented? Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, yeah. Did you see that little contraption that you made? That's like a tech net.
Ella just points at the AC unit.
Is it still working?
That thing? I haven't turned it on, but as of yesterday, yes.
I'm gonna go top it off with coolant real quick and then check on it, make sure everything's fine. So you don't have to do that.
That's fine. I'd hate to lose another shirt over the ordeal.
I can replace your shirt if you want. And she'll like go and try to make sure it's okay.
Is she always this bubbly in the morning? I feel like I usually don't see her till afternoon.
I
She's
have
on
no
her
idea where she gets the energy.
4 cups of coffee.
She's probably bubbly all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it might be the
She's just-
coffee.
She's just a nervous mess in front of her.
Well, I'm gonna keep stocking up and hoping everyone's heading this way in the next couple of weeks, and they usually drink me dry, which is great. Do you know how nice it is to only be able to have to work once every couple of months?
That
really
must be
work?
nice.
It's super nice. I make so much money off this, guys. I mean,
when was the last time I worked? 2 days ago?
You look like you're working. You're in a work.
That's the part of the deal and the get up and the position that you always look like you're working, but when you actually work versus when you're working.
I wonder how many times that meeting has been rescheduled. out of
I
character.
feel like there's not even a meeting. She just says that, so it feels like there's something like really important that's supposed to happen. Like, yeah, we scheduled it. But yeah, you check on the thing, the air conditioner unit, and Ella will just kind of start restocking, offering whatever y'all would like to drink. Probably puts out some like very stale pretzels. It's like, I'm sorry, these are the only like snacks we have. And yeah, after a bit, she's like, well, good luck, I guess. I'll give you the same rundown. Give my sister when she leaves. How long do you think you're gonna be gone? When should I start worrying? Are we saying 24 hours? We saying 12? We saying 6? When do I start sending people out?
Do we know how far away it is?
Yeah, it's a good hike. Like you could probably I would say you know, and only are really tangentially aware of kind of like where it is and the way to get there, but you know that you can get most of the way before there's maybe like a bridge that's kind of collapsed that then you got to take it by foot to get to that part of the woods.
Well, it
So
takes about
probably like a couple hours.
it takes a couple hours probably, I think, to get there, but I haven't been there before, so I could be wrong. A couple hours to search, so a couple hours to get back, so 24 hours.
Probably 24 hours, give or take. If it rains, probably a bit more.
Where are the other 18 hours going?
There's only 24 hours in a day.
Security.
But there's 2 hours out, 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
Well, it was how long if to get worried and come searching for us.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Never
If
mind.
it takes longer than that. Hopefully it doesn't.
Shouldn't,
Come
but
see me within the next 24 hours, or I'm going to assume the worst and send someone out. I feel like I would have sent y'all out. So yeah, we'll find someone. Uh and bring you back. Yeah, keep an eye out on the weather. If it starts storming too much, it can flash flood pretty easy in that dry ass riverbank and that dry ass lake out there.
You
Should we
could
go?
send Benita. She might be doing
That would probably
industry
be,
work.
I feel like she'd be very upset if you were missing and I didn't tell her. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here, hands protein bar.
Takes it. What was I supposed to do with this again?
You have to eat it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want Benita to kill me, so please eat it.
You have to do a lot more than not do one simple task.
I don't know if she's scary.
We'll eat the protein bar.
It's one less thing to worry about. Got the protein bar done.
Ella, if you hear anything about the nomads or any stories they have, let me know.
Yeah, of course. Do that. Y'all be safe.
Passes the bottle of Kahlua back.
Finishes it off. Oops. Guess that's gone.
Should we go looking for the nomads, or should we still go on our direction that we were going already?
Air nomads, they're probably a decent ways off if they're anywhere.
They could be anywhere.
It could literally be anywhere in the country, in the air or ground.
I need to find a way to. Okay. I keep adding more projects to my list. I need to stop doing that.
So the military facility.
Yes. Miltech, abandoned lab.
Yep.
Facility that we're aware of.
Death trap. That Dylan says under her breath.
Death trap. Why is,
Yeah.
I mean, people have died there, but
My brother died there.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry that we're going to look there then.
Not the first time.
That your brother died?
Yeah. That's a long story. I'll just start driving towards towards where we're supposed to go.
Start driving, taking it pretty slow because the flog, the fog and the cloud cover have not let up in the slightest. And as you're kind of getting further into the valley and kind of going along, it's even like settling even heavier in some sections. But with Dylan kind of knowing probably a little bit more of this area by probably very unfortunate happenstances, pulls off to the side of the road, and y'all can kind of see, I mean, this is like some Silent Hill shit of where you pull off and you're like squinting and you see where the bridge just ends. Like there's some like police tape, but it is very clearly just caved in, fallen into the kind of gorge below.
I can see perfectly fine through the smog with my
Nice.
hyper eyes.
There you go.
I'm also in that boat, technically. But
Nice.
we'll look and go, you guys still use real police tape?
I mean, do we have police? Do we have a police really?
No.
I think somebody just found it. And we kind of assume that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh,
We don't really have anybody who's in charge of like a police place. People just kind of defend themselves
yeah.
or each other.
Did people put guns on me?
I highly doubt anybody has since you've been here.
Well, I remember when I pulled the gun on Skeeter?
Yeah. That's what you said yesterday.
Yeah. Did the people put guns on? Anyway, not important.
Do we know if Skeeter has guns?
I mean, he runs Skeeter's Guns and Antiques. So.
Oh yeah, he does. So, I mean, he will have guns, but I don't know if he would pull them on you. It might get him. It might have got him killed faster.
Skeeter probably.
It was Skeeter Jr. He's always strapped.
There's
So,
also. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna. So Skeeter Jr. probably had a gun on him, at least.
Okay.
There's also the Church of Nuns, but I don't think they would really have police tape.
They have some really weird things, though.
They have a lot of guns
Mm-hmm.
and just weapons in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say they are more like a. I don't think they would like the word police. Protection.
Private military company?
Um, no, more like if you fuck with our city, we'll fuck with you. Defense.
Gang. Booster gang. Not a booster
Yeah.
gang. They don't like
All
junk
right.
cars.
It's like a lot of gangs that all kind of work together, depending on what side of the mountain you're on, that kind of coexist well, but they all hate each other a little bit.
This reminds me a lot of the outskirts. Anyway,
What's the outskirts? Would I know what the outskirts is?
likely not.
What's the outskirts?
Outskirts of, Night City, other big cities.
I always wanted to see Night City.
Yeah, it's currently got a really weird glow from, Fourth Corporal.
I bet the electronic stuff is so cool, though. Like your steam, your laundry thing, Mabop. That's cool, and that just does laundry. So what other cool shit could be there? So many things.
Yeah.
Having this conversation while you've started walking, you've got all your stuff, you're all geared out, you're ready to kind of go, and you're walking, and there's a pretty established path that kind of goes down a bit into the gorge with a little footbridge and then goes back up to the other side. And y'all are starting to kind of climb up. Blair, will you roll a d10 for me?
As Blair's rolling a d10, put a note. Chris does reach out, grab out of the trunk a traditional compound bow. With
Ivy
arrows.
does still have the gun that Chris gave her yesterday. Very awkwardly strapped in a makeshift holder.
Dylan's
gotta-
just strapped with all of her shit.
Yeah, let me
Wonderful.
remember. Let me remember what Joe has. Joe has something. And I got a 3. What does Joe have? Hold on, let me look at my guns. Wait. Oh, I got a pistol. I got a pistol and a shotgun. I'm good.
But y'all are, yeah, just kind of walking along. It's very quiet. I mean, with Ivy and Chris, both of y'all's visual enhancements, you're probably kind of leading the way a little bit. It's a little easier to kind of keep an eye on the trail in front of you as it gets a little more and more overgrown the further you go, because no one really comes out this direction. And everyone go ahead and do just a quick perception check for me.
Mm-hmm. 17 for myself.
$14 for Ivy. Does the fog give negatives to anybody?
Not really. I mean, yes, but I just adjusted the DV in my head, so I don't have to worry about negativing
Ooh.
your things.
22 and
13. You rolled
oh,
twice.
why did I roll twice? That was so
But
weird. There was literally like nothing there, and then 2 popped up. Okay, never mind.
Mine
13.
does it all the
And
time.
I got a 16.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, y'all are walking along. Twig or a branch kind of crack from behind y'all. You kind of turn and look, and Chris and Dylan both spot just very, very quickly like a shadow kind of, for Dylan just in the fog, for Chris just in the dark of the trees, kind of like move and disappear into some brush just 6 feet off the trail from y'all.
Swapping into infrared vision, is there a heat signature attached to this entity? Okay.
You see like little squirrels on the trees.
Hmm.
Little like deer somewhere off in the side.
Chris is just gonna look at it and nod. And kind of look around to see if anybody else noticed it.
I've got like my little holster unlatched at least, so I have a quick draw, but
Do I see Dylan looking at it?
yeah, I think she's definitely spotted and is kind of positioning herself in front of Joe so Joe doesn't get hurt.
I'm not the only one seeing that then, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Seeing what?
Seeing what? Yeah.
A shadowy movement with no heat signature.
Glances in that direction.
Yeah, I'll keep my
Glance
eyes
in that
way
direction, and then y'all hear a stick behind you break, and you turn, and everybody catches just a quick like blur through the fog of something disappearing further into the trees.
Ooh. I
Don't
think
like
I liked it better when I wasn't seeing scary shit.
But it was over there though. So how did it get over there?
That means there's probably 2.
Oh, that's worse.
I'm gonna have my pistol out as well.
Chris will draw an arrow and notch it.
Weapons
Got my
kind of drawn, and
heavy
y'all are
pistols out, definitely.
I pull out a flashlight.
nice. Y'all are, kind of inching your way up the trail, kind of going up higher up this section of the mountain, and just every so often hearing the crunch, and can maybe see something moving in different directions, in any direction, kind of around y'all as you're going. And the wind is now kind of starting to pick up as you're getting up a little higher onto this mountain, and the trees are thinning just a little bit, as clearly the storm is starting to kind of come in, and you can see now that the heavy overcast is now getting really dark as it's coming in, and the fog is still hanging really low. I'm gonna roll real quick, just something for fun. Ivy, you are looking around, you know, kind of having a little bit more of a visual area to kind of see stuff going on, when you catch some movement up, and you look up as something lunges out of the tree down onto you. All of you look as you see this creature that is like, think like horror movie werewolves, the ones that just like barely have any sort of fur on them, and very clearly bones are popping out in weird directions. You can see they have these bright red eyes, and you can see these like fangs and just this drool, and it is like matted, and it has just these different little like lacerations and things. Like, it looks mangy and angry. This one, Chris, does have a heat signature as y'all look at it.
Okay.
And that is where I think we will, for you to take a break for podcast end this episode, as Ivy is pinned down to the ground in this forested area in the fog by some terrifying creature
It's
of
just a little baby.
the night. It's a little bit fine,
Just a little
I'm
baby.
sure. Just a little baby. But we'll be back in just a bit.
Really good cliffhanger. Do we just want to do Disney trivia, because this ain't happening?
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the game.
Yes, we
real
are
fast.
here. We got
We're
this.
here to
Let's
play the
go.
game.
You're a time traveling corpse?
I apparently.
That is awesome.
This one wasn't me.
It's not our fault.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He is so excited and it's bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's into anarchy.
Yeah, you cannot be.
He's so cool.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Might have better.
Fuck you.
I knew we weren't going to get off scot-free from murdering someone.
Yeah.
Tear my seams apart for you. You sell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel loud every breath just like before. You can't take it anymore. Where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running for.
When average teenager Arthur Padrone finds out he's the reincarnation of King Arthur of Camelot, he, Merlin, and Lancelot go on a road trip to find the other Knights of the Round Table before danger catches up to them in this comedy fiction podcast. Listen to Friday Night Fights wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm not ready for darkness. I'm not ready for darkness. I know we can do better. I'm not ready for darkness. If we promise to hold on and to never let go, I'm not ready for darkness. I'm not ready for darkness. Hey, 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 hey.
Legacy yet? Did you play more Hogwarts Legacy after I went to bed?
No.
Kind of shocked, actually. You actually went to bed. Was that playing?
Yeah, no, I didn't. So I was tired.
The company that I work for is the one that released it. Well, the company that is a client of the company. They were celebrating the release today. We don't do anything for them though, for that game specifically.
One-minute warning.
I wish I got longer than a 10-minute nap today.
30. Intro rolling and a great show.
All righty. Hello, everybody. We are back. Welcome to 2000 Tales for some Cyberpunk Red. If you are watching on YouTube, hi, welcome back. Hope you had a good stretch. For those that are listening in podcast form over on Big A Dice Game, last we saw this crew, which is a little bit of slice of life, seeing what everyone was up to, how they started their morning, some different, connections with people in town and such. And then decided, after finding out that their nomad friends that they were hoping to go on a little adventure with are not back yet from their run, that y'all are still gonna go. Sorry, I was got lipstick over my face. Y'all were going to go on your own. Y'all gathered up, trying to, you got all your stuff and trying to head out to the abandoned old Militech facility with a very sorted past of, weird disappearances, mysterious deaths. Not a place that many people here in town visit. So you were making your way through The forest and the fog still hanging very, very low. The cloud cover growing more and more dense as it seems a coming storm is imminent, with the breeze picking up, the blackness kind of setting into some of those clouds up there, starting to look more like storm clouds. When you kept hearing interesting, hearing noises and seeing interesting things of a twig breaking here or there, as it seemed multiple things are in the woods just off of the trail watching or following you all, which they stayed back. That is until one of them, a monstrous creature, jumped out from the treetops and landed on top of Ivy. And that is where we pick up right now. Ivy, you are, it just you kind of crumpled a bit with it getting knocked to the ground, as this thing is, probably about 6 feet tall if it stood up straight. It is very hunched over. Like I said, it's got these long, impossibly long arms and fingers with these big claws on them. Every single section where a joint is looks very malformed, with bones kind of sticking in different direction, with this very like emaciated skin kind of like sticking to it. You see that, like I said, it's got these just like piercing eyes and all of these fangs like kind of biting down at you. So I need you to make an evasion roll for me as it bites at your face.
Oh boy. 18.
That, where the heck did I put the stat for this good old bite? That is 17. So you are able, as it goes to bite down on your face, kind of push out of the way, and you're kind of
She's like, oh God,
with
no.
it. It is then going to try and like officially, you're probably not, because I think that a full action is the actual grapple. So you are not mechanically grappled. It is just currently on you. So when it comes your turn, you can kind of like move away from it. But it is going to try and scratch into you while it still has the high ground. So I need you to do another evasion as it swings one of its gross claws out.
17.
That is for me 24.
Damn it.
So you are gonna take some damage here.
I do have armor.
You do have armor. I'm so sorry that I did immediately the first damage roll get 2 6s. So that's 12, 17, 18, 19. You have armor, but it is a melee attack, so it ignores half of your armor.
Yeah.
Rounded up or
shit.
down?
Rounded down.
Yes.
So you said 18?
Mm-hmm.
So 5. So 13 damage.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I
Is that
am
including the 5 bonus from the crit?
No, it is not. So now you take an additional 5 directly to your HP because it was a critical hit. I'm very sorry. I rolled on one end of the spectrum, and both ends of the spectrum are very, very bad here.
So minus what?
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Are you killing? What'd you get? What'd you get for your crit?
So sorry.
You
feel this just searing pain in your arm as you look, and this thing has dug all of its long claws into it and ripped your arm off as you have the dismembered arm critical injury.
Damn.
So minus 18, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And final, yeah.
And is it my left or my right arm?
Damn it. I always do it. And did we talk about this in session 0? I think I forgot to do it for y'all. I always have everybody pick what their dominant hand is for this fucking situation. And I think I forgot
usually
to do it.
My right.
Okay, so then roll a luck check. If it's low, like lower than your luck, it was your left arm. So you still have your dominant arm. So just a D10.
I got 3, and that's lower than my luck.
Okay, so it was your left arm that gets ripped off.
Wonderful. Can I scream as a free action in pain?
Fully scream in pain. You yell out, all of you watching in absolute fucking horror as this mangy, mangled abomination of a creature comes down and just rips Ivy's arm off in front of you.
This game hates me.
I am watching in horror. Chris is watching in utter fascination.
Dylan's acting. Like, I feel like it's not even like, what the fuck? It's just like, monster, I shoot it at this point, not even worrying about what's going on.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry, go on, Blair.
Oh, I was gonna say Joe's doing that very, like, if you had just like a stereotypical like horror movie character that's just kind of like, oh my god, like, you know, just straight up was not expecting that one. So.
Oh shit. No. All right. Chris, not your turn yet, but you do notice something.
Sure.
As from up in front of you, you see a butterfly. It is
wonderful.
A large butterfly. It's kind of like floating in space.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks at you like it's a little head, what you would assume head. I don't know how butterflies actually look, but it kind of looks like it's like looking your direction. And you know how on like butterflies, they have the beautiful patterns on their wings. These have like kind of the two dots on the side that almost look like eyes. That then begin to shoot lasers at you.
That's cool.
I assume you have a high enough ref to dodge ranged attacks.
I did take ref 8 specifically for this reason.
Yep.
So yes, I would love to roll an evasion.
As it's just kind of floating inside. Dylan and Joe, you hear this and look and see a butterfly shooting lasers.
How dare the butterflies betray me?
All right. Chris was not lying when he said butterflies could talk. I have so many more questions. But yeah, I'm ready to blast at
20.
anything at this point.
For my evasion.
Yep, that you evade out of the way as I rolled a 17. As this kind of goes by and you're like, okay, weird. And it is your turn now to react, Chris.
Okay, cool. Seeing a butterfly shoot lasers at me. How dare this butterfly betray me? Now very viscerally upset, not because of Ivy losing an arm, because the butterfly is shooting at me. Is going to then obviously go for the threat that is currently most present. That is the wolf, because the wolf is in fact mauling the one person that has seemed to at least put up with Chris's nonsense up until this point. And is just going to notch an arrow. No, an arrow is already notched, but is going to draw back, release. For a ranged bow and crossbows attack. That is going to be a 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that probably definitely hits. Man, this is the first time in a Cyberpunk game I've ever had anyone use a bow. Because you're within that 0 to 6. Y'all are in a big group, so that beats the 15.
I would say because if it doesn't have the ref to evade, then that would hit. That'll be 14 damage. I don't think it's a crit. Yeah, no, it's not a crit, but it is 14 damage.
Would you like to move or anything? We're all theater minding it, but if you want to get in a certain range of anything, just let me know.
I would like to orient. I would like to maneuver in such a way to then be able to either grab Ivy to help with her injury, TM.
Okay.
Just kind of maneuver in that direction.
Okay. Alrighty, so yeah, you kind of get up to. Do you want to start like actually moving? Kind of like use like half of your movement, kind of drag a bit away at allow.
Sure. Yeah.
Just for good old fun. Yep. All right, so yeah, you've kind of got a hold of Ivy and you're starting to kind of pull back. Dylan, as you're watching all of this, something catches your eye in the opposite direction of the butterfly, kind of from the direction-ish y'all were coming from. You look over and you see like this figure that looks just absolutely shrouded in darkness. Like it looks like the fog kind of has taken it over. It's not very big, maybe about 5 feet tall or so off the ground. And you just have that feeling that something is watching you as it just stands there kind of like swaying slightly as the fog and the darkness kind of like billows off of it. That is all it does, as it is Joe's turn officially. Feel free to chat. It's a free action whenever I'm like, oh shit.
I think Nikki's turn was before mine, right?
No,
no.
Mine was miscalculated.
Oh, okay. Is there a way that I can shoot this werewolf guy without hitting my friends?
Yes, yeah. Chris has started to pull Ivy away.
Okay. Then with my shotgun, I would like to shoot the wolf thing.
Okay.
Because this is scary. Okay.
We can go back to the town now. We don't need to explore anymore.
No, we've done enough exploring. What is just because I don't know, what is the slug toggle?
Okay, I always switch on
slug,
which is the area.
Slug toggle is the one that's a single shot where it hits one target, and then shot is spread. So it basically just changes how damage is rolled, if I remember correctly, and then you are
you remember
aiming for
how Roadhog's gun worked, where you could do the one boom, or you could just hit everybody in front of you. That's what you're doing. You're choosing which.
Oh,
which
okay.
thing.
I mean, there's only one person in front of me, so can I toggle that slug and just like make sure it all? Okay. Slug. Oh wait, now it's at shell.
Then
I think that's more like the ammo that you have bought. Like there are slugs you can buy, and then there are shells that you can buy.
Yeah.
The slugs will target, the shells are just the very
the area
which
effect.
I mean, we didn't like super buy a lot of like gear or worry about that. So it would be feasible that you would have either or, whichever you want to kind of like.
I'll do sluggy. Ooh. 22.
Oh, no.
That'll hit.
Oh, the hit?
No.
Oh, wait, sorry.
That's the 22 is the damage.
Oh, 11.
Yeah.
11 does not hit.
My thing's not big enough. I just saw 22 down. I was like, oh, yay.
I'm like, oh, you watch as you pull your shotgun and shoot into it as this thing moves like almost imperceivably fast. It just like ducks out of the way. And now it is in like full animalistic like attack stance on all fours, like looking right at you, Joe. Would you like to move or put yourself in any sort of position, or is that the end of your turn?
I mean, if there is a way that I can get further away from this without it getting at me right now, yeah, I just probably just like freaks out and shoots, and it's a combination of it moving but also her like panicking, and then would probably not run towards Ivy and Chris, because that would be stupid, but goes just kind of like maybe back towards like, I don't know if the tree line is good either.
Well, I say you turn behind you and you now see this black figure kind of standing just still where y'all had come from, and then the butterflies at the end, like where you were headed, and this thing's right in the middle of you. So yeah, you could go into the tree lines if you trust it. Those you don't see enemies.
Is there a boulder? I'd like to stand by a boulder. Fuck, I'm just gonna kind of like back up like a little bit, but it's I'm still basically in the same
Still
spot.
on the trail, not into the trees yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying
that
not
then
to
brings
piss
us
myself out of fear.
Did I switch Dylan and Joe, or did I get that right?
No, you got that right.
I got that right. Okay, cool.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool. It is Dylan's turn.
I got both my little heavy pistols out, and I'm just gonna go at the thing that is on top of, or I guess it's kind of jumped away or whatever. I'm going against the wolf thing.
Okay.
They do have 2 different ammo types. One's like they have special ammo in each one. So
nice. Okay.
But let me get that rolled. Uh, 16.
I believe, yes, that should definitely with a, yeah. Yep. So that is 22 to this guy. Damn. Oh wait, no, the 22 was Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry, switching it. Okay,
Minus 11.
Perfect.
Do you have heavy pistols or very heavy pistols?
The heavy pistols.
Okay, so those have a rate of fire of 2, so you can fire them again.
Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
14. That's not very good.
14 will also hit though.
Oh,
less on the damage.
Less on the damage.
Okay. That then brings us to Ivy. Or would you like to move at all, Dylan? In the trees, away from the trees, up and down the alley.
I am going to get slight cover behind one. I'm kind of keeping myself if I can. Like we have butterfly, wolf. Like I want to be so I have a V of vision of our enemies at this point in time. So I kind of position myself in that fashion. So I have slight cover, but I want to be able to have eyes on everything.
Alrighty. Ivy, it is your turn.
How far away am I now from the wolf guy?
It's still pretty close. Like I'm gonna say you're still probably in that like probably 7 to 12 range as you're starting to get pulled back a little bit.
Can I still do a brawl? Can I punch it? Or is it too far to punch?
If you want to get up and run over, I mean, you can move to it easy.
I don't want to move closer, but I was just like, if I was close enough to punch it, I wanted to punch it.
Oh, no, you got to be like 0 meters to be able to punch it.
Okay. So my options are try to shoot it with a whopping 6, or try to hit it with a melee weapon with a whopping 7, or I don't know, invent something really quick to throw
right now. Are you like in shock, or are you like adrenaline pumping, ready to go punch it in the face, or are you like, y'all deal with that, I'm panicking? You know, what's kind of the mindset Ivy is in as she sees she has one arm now?
It would be hilarious if like when actual bad things happen, she just gets real calm. That would be hilarious. What she only has one hand. How does she can I don't know what to do. I don't have things.
You could also, like, if you wanted to kind of hold your action to like punch it if he does move back towards you, like get within range.
Yeah.
That's fair. Sure. I'm going to scramble up, obviously scramble up and like duck behind Chris and like quickly rip off like an outer layer of clothes to like try to tourniquet her arm right this second, as best she can. She has first aid, but I'm not trying to like there's nothing that actually I can do a quick fix for.
Just enough to...
Well, the book says there's no quick fix for this specific
for December dog?
Yeah, it says quick fix
no
NA.
Quick fix, only treatment. Which means, I mean, you can't, the quick fix usually gets rid of the injury effect, and the injury effect is you don't have an arm. You can't really quickly fix that too much. But it,
was the wrong one. Yeah.
Unless, would you take an electronic security tech or a basic tech if I try to use the new thingy I just made to like shoot it at it to confuse it because I hope it explodes. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'll accept it. I'll accept that.
Sweet.
Do your basic tech. To deploy
Damn it.
this on him.
She's too panicked. She got 17 minus 9.
How mean should I really be? Because I have a thought with a fumble.
That is a fumble,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That is a fumble.
Ivy and Chris, make an evasion check, please.
Oh, no.
Oh boy. 25.
Okay.
17.
Okay, that's good. You go to shoot it out and it doesn't. And you look at it, you see the sparks starting and the smoke. And so you just chunk it into the trees as it like grenade explodes into the trees.
I'm supposed to be checked at the. Damn it. I missed. I don't like it out here anymore. I want to go home.
Deep breaths.
That brings us back to this creature. You see, it's kind of like looking, and it very much looks fucked up. It already looked disgusting, but you can now see the like gunshot wounds. One of its kind of like bones looks like it's sticking out of his leg in a weird way when he tried to like evade. And it looks like it's definitely stumbling. I'm gonna roll just to see who I think it goes for, because y'all are all kind of within the same lunge radius from him. Within that goes to Joe, who shot him with the shotgun. He's been trained onto you. As you see, it like first starts with like that stalk and then just huge jump from standing still at your direction, going to claw at you. Would you roll an evasion as he attempts to hit you?
Sure. Joe screams in anticipation.
Okay.
Where ref, there we go.
Should be under fighting, I think.
Oh shit.
Evasion is under fighting.
I forget that it's like an actual skill thing. Ba-bam. 13.
That does not beat my 22, as it is going to claw into you once. Not as bad as Ivy, thankfully for you.
I was about to be like, how many ripped off arms are we gonna get?
It is a 11 damage. Half of your armor impacts that.
Okay. So yes. Let me make this full screen because the thing is like not. Okay. So.
It is gonna hit you again though. So let me know when you're done calculating that, so we can do the next roll off.
My armor's 11. Oh, there's where it went.
So you subtract 5 from it, so you take 6 damage.
And
6 damage
HP.
And then it goes down 1.
Yes.
Not with melee. Melee does not ablate, unless it has a special ability. Melee does not ablate.
So minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, go for it.
Roll
Hit me
another
again.
evasion. I'm so sorry. I rolled another fucking 10.
Can you get rid of all your dice? Burn
keep
all
rolling.
your fucking dice.
Remember, it keeps exploding.
Oh yeah, just keep going. All right, and then again, but
burn.
I
all
did
of
get
your
a 36, so
15. Great. Yeah, awesome. Super. What am I rolling? What am I even fucking rolling? A 5?
15 this time, so 10 goes through.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because okay, so looking at like my stat, like on my thing, it says I have a 10, like plus 10.
Yeah.
But when I'm rolling it,
that is a 10 total between your level in the skill,
6 and the 4.
The level in your attribute. It makes that 10 that you see on there, and they split it up for when you actually make the roll of what comes from where.
It like does that nice thing where it does the math for you, but then it breaks it up and gets a little confusing.
God damn it.
When you actually roll it, it's like, what if we broke it up again? Even though you gave you a nice easy number.
If I gave you an easy number, we're gonna mix it up again.
I'm just confusing the shit out of me. Thanks. How much do I take away?
10
10.
damage to your HP now.
Yeah, after
Already
armor.
calculating your armor impact.
Oh,
So it was
10. Okay.
15. Yeah, it was 15 total. 10 goes through.
Great. Awesome.
Alrighty.
Let's do that.
It's fully focused on you. It is not moving currently. As then you hear little shoot out at well, it was Ivy, but she is hiding behind Chris. So at Chris from our bug, if you would like to evade that.
Yes, that'd be my plan. I don't know if a 16 beats it though.
Let's see.
I rolled a 2.
Just barely. I rolled an 18.
Okay.
So that is, need another d6 for this. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It'd be like that.
And I rolled high.
Give me that crits.
I did.
Give me
Two
that crits.
twos. All right, or 2 2s, 2 6s. So that is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 damage
Sweet.
total.
So 8 after armor from the silver
and
armor,
then
and then another 5. So total of 13 in total HP actually.
Then you are moving out of the way, and you do so very quickly, and maybe in a way too to still kind of keep Ivy out of the line of sight as you pull a muscle in the process of trying to like maneuver around on this unstable ground.
Good. Yes.
You
Marvelous.
take a -2 to melee attacks. This does have a quick fix once we get into some chill time if the person with first aid lives.
Yes, or if I live.
Or if you.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Cool. And
Then and it's still just kind of floating there in the same spot. And then it is your turn, Chris.
Marvelous. Feeling the torn muscle of boy howdy, I should have stretched more. Chris is going to notch another arrow, turn, continue aiming at the wolf-like creature, and release it for an attack.
Okay.
There's a 23.
23 hits, and yeah, you
13.
turn, you release the arrow as it just shoots right into its neck. You see it stumble to the side for a second before finally crumpling over to the ground.
Cool.
Would you like to move or anything?
Am going to take the idea from Dylan and move back to the tree line. I will obviously gesture for Ivy to follow.
Okay. And you're still feeling that weird feeling, Joe, you now too, as this thing is still just there watching you. And it's like very off-putting that like that what someone's watching you, someone's looking over your shoulder, it's making you nervous. Will both of you please roll concentration checks?
Who?
Dylan and Joe.
Okay. $15.
Joe, you're able to just kind of like
20.
brush it off a bit as you're focused on this like creature that has just kind of died in front of you. Where Dylan, you're feeling just really weird about it. You're gonna have a -2 to checks you make for the continuing future. So that then goes to Joe.
So the werewolf is dead. There's the shadow thing behind us, and there's still a laser butterfly.
Yep.
Has the laser butterfly gone for anybody else other than Chris?
Not yet.
Can I ask a question before I shoot it?
Yeah.
First, this little werewolf thing going down, just to make sure it's This might be too much. Tell me if this is too much, then I won't do it. But Joe was just gonna like do like a quick kick to make sure it really was dead. And then we'll focus on the butterfly thing, and go, are we killing this thing too?
I mean, it's shooting at us. I don't see why not.
All right, then Joe's gonna. Hey, you've been
That
in
one's a
the
little
butterfly.
further.
Can I do it with my pistol?
Yeah, so that one's a little further. It's probably only about 13, 14. So if you wanted to move closer to it, or if you wanted to use something with a longer range, kind of whatever your vibe is there.
Is it
Is
in?
that a 13, a shotgun? You have to beat a 20.
What about a pistol though? I don't have the chart with me.
Oh, pistol's also 20. Pistol's also.
Oh, okay.
Pistol? Oh, yeah, it is. Huh?
I'll walk up then, however close I need to shoot it with the shotgun.
What's your movement total?
6.
Okay, yeah, you can get easily within. If you wanted to get within 0 to 6, to only have to beat a 13, or if you want to stay a little bit further back, you have to beat a 15.
Based on my rolls, I'll do the lowest possible, so I'll get as close as I can, and yeah, just gonna be like, well, I didn't know because you're very much in the butterfly fan club, so, and then it's gonna.
You can see this one, so no, this is exempt from that status.
They're different.
Yes.
Just gonna shoot it.
Good butterflies. Everybody else can't see.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah. You hit it. And as you got a shotgun, as the pellets kind of hit it, you can see just like little holes kind of being shredded into its like pretty wings. It's still sitting there floating in that same area, but you can kind of see that you've penetrated it in some way.
My shotgun didn't kill a butterfly. This is a great confidence boost. I feel so good about myself right now.
It is a very large butterfly, if I remember correctly.
It's a very large butterfly,
Terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
Joe, as you've ran up here too, you can tell now that like the fog, like I said, has been obstructing a lot for you and Dylan especially. And then Chris and I have been a little distracted with this combat. But as you get up here, you can see that the trees are kind of clearing out a bit, as now you can barely make out the edge of the building, like in the distance. So y'all have kind of reached the peak of the mountain throughout all of this like weirdness. That then goes to Dylan.
I'm just gonna like peek out and look at this ghosty creature. Are we not entertaining you enough? And I'm just gonna move forward and try and shoot the butterfly.
Okay. You just hear like a little rustling of leaves in response as you yell at it. Are you also kind of running to get up in the
Yeah, I want to be in that 712.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm doing like one with the armor pistol, the other with the expansive bullet.
Nice.
And
okay.
14.
Alrighty. So then in the 712, that one just misses.
And -2, so yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, and -2.
19.
Nice. Okay. That one will hit with the 19, even with the minus there, as it takes another little chunk of damage there. You watch the first one. We'll just say just for because like y'all are pretty trained with your weapons. I mean, as anyone living out in the middle of nowhere can like shoot a target pretty easily. You shoot the first one, then it goes through like one of the like rips in the wings that Joe had already made. So then you shoot the other one and it kind of hits it in like that center of mass, and you watch as like the little eyes get a little darker and it kind of like droops and just like floats down to the ground. Ivy.
Yeah, so butterfly and ghost, what?
Butterfly's gone and has dissipated down to the ground or floated down to the ground. There's still this thing behind you that you haven't really paid too much attention to yet, but you know, you could easily kind of look at, especially after Dylan yelled at it. But can I get you to make a perception check for me?
Sure, why not? Why not? Why do I keep failing my fucking rolls?
13 minus 8.
What is
Yeah,
wrong
you
with this
are
thing?
looking and you are just nearing that panic mode of like things are kind of settling down a little bit. Holy shit, my arm's gone. What is this thing? Like it's all kind of starting to set in that you've kind of got that tunnel vision, the ringing in your ears.
I
and you're
glanced
not
down and
noticing
saw my
anything.
arm on the ground and was like, fuck,
Got like
that really
yeah, just like
happened.
in the clutches of this creature still. But what would you like to do? Is you only notice the your party and this like weird watcher on the edge of the scene.
Grab arm
Mhm.
and rush over to Chris because he's encouraged to follow and just like duck down and hide.
Chris, it is your turn. Will you roll a perception check for me real quick?
I certainly can try.
You're just like hugging her arm.
16.
16. Okay. What is kind of your focus right now?
It was butterfly. Now the butterfly is dead. Kind of just doing a quick check of the area, quick surveillance of the entire perimeter of the vision and what we have, other threats if they're there. Pretty much kicking into the function part of the brain space that Chris has.
Yeah. You kind of look around. You now notice more of what I was telling Joe, that y'all have kind of gotten to a bit of a clearing. It's still very overgrown and everything. There's still some trees popping up, but it's not deeply forested. And you can see the front of the building kind of in the distance. And then you look back at this thing that Dylan was yelling at, and you see this just like, the dark kind of billowing, the fog kind of coalescing around it. But then it's like you blink and it doesn't look like that. You're like, huh?
As I flip through filters, does that change its appearance?
You flip through and it's like not bringing off any sort of heat, not anything like that. Like everything's kind of looking the same. It's just like almost every time you blink, it looks differently. And then finally, almost like when you're trying to look at something, like really small print, then finally your eyes can focus on like that little tiny font is kind of what happens where it finally focuses. This thing is very clearly like a large tarp tied over something.
Okay. Is it moving?
The wind. But you can see as like the bottom of the tarp kind of picks up like a post in the ground.
I'm gonna walk over to it.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna put a foot up to its like mid torso, or what would be a mid torso.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna push it. Not a kick, but like a push.
Push. You put your foot up and you push, and it is like solid, like metal.
Okay. Can I pull the tarp off?
And there's like what looks to be like some zip tie kind of thing that you're able to just pop off. They're clearly like a little old, and rip off the tarp, and you see a metal sign. You see the backside of it. You look around and it has a big Militech logo on it.
Think we're in the right place then.
You say that and you look back at the group where this creature had died.
Mm-hmm.
You see a mountain lion.
Mm-hmm.
Where the butterfly was, you see a turret on the side of the building.
Oh, cool.
You look at Ivy, she still has an arm.
Neat.
Like definitely scratched all to hell, but still has an arm.
Oh, cool.
Do I still see an arm?
Currently, with your -8 roll, no, you are still like, oh no.
Seeing the onset sign, or at least onset signs of shock in Ivy, Are we out of initiative? Is my next question before we start.
Yes.
doing things. Okay.
Unless you really want to fight the sign.
No, I don't want to fight the sign. I will pop out the pistol in my arm and pop 2 more shots into the mountain lion real quick. Out of my cyber arm. So you'll see like basically a barrel basically pop out of his arm, fire off 2 rounds, and then retreat it back in, and then walk over to Ivy and go, "This is gonna be very weird."
Weirder than losing an arm because I lost an arm and oh my fucking Jesus.
I have something both better and worse. So, and then we'll proceed to go. Do you care if I physically interact first?
Sure.
And then it's just going to begin where I vaguely recall the arm being present is going to poke and then keep poking down where I see the actual arm present.
Do I feel
Ivy, roll a perception check, add a +2 to it. Joe and Dylan, as you're watching this, roll a perception check. Dylan, you no longer have the disadvantage.
23. Now I roll well. Fuck you, dice.
Joe's just sitting there, like, still gun in her hands, just like, what the fuck, just like over and over again, just so not liking any of this. Perception, you said?
Yep.
15 for me.
Nice. So, Ivy, you're sitting there, still just trying to like hold it together as Christia starts like kind of poking, and you see for a second like him poke the air, but then you feel it. It hurts, but you feel it. And you're like,
ow,
whoa, weird. Yeah. And then like kind of continues to do so before then it kind of shakes you out of it. That same thing of where it's like you finally just focused your eyes enough and you see your arm like scratched all to hell still from a mountain lion and everything, but like it is there. And in your hand with what you thought you were holding was your arm is just a big stick. Dylan and Joe, you're kind of watching and realize a bit of what's happening. Like y'all watched as Chris went over and basically just dissipated this watcher creature thing on the side, and now is walking over and like manhandling the air here, like holding what looks to be an arm and like
manhandling. That word.
yeah. But I mean, it's like when you see just nothing and someone sitting here poking and doing things, it looks a little weird. How did
you do that?
Shake out of it. You'll see the mountain lion. You see the turret. You see the sign. You see Ivy's arm. Real quick before y'all break into RP, what the fuck just happened? Chris, Joe, and Ivy, you all get 10 HP back, as it seems to all have been a lot of mental weird more than actual physical weird. There were still physical things fucking you up, but not as bad as you thought.
You're so generous.
Right?
How the fuck did you make it go back? It was gone. It wasn't there. It was not there. I saw it not there.
But then in reality it was.
What do you mean in reality? That was
perception is reality, and reality is much easier to bend than I think anybody likes to admit.
God, I fucking hate this place. And I'm just gonna keep walking.
She's just gonna like she's just sitting there still. She's just taking some deep breaths and calming down, and she's like still hugging the stick. She's like, I have an arm. Okay.
To be fair, you had your arm before. It's just now attached to you again.
Yeah, can we get that explanation in like a little bit more simple terms for the group as a whole?
Brain fuckery. We got brain fucked. What else?
It's like a really bad brain dance, more or less.
The rain's starting to kind of pour down now a bit as the clouds have come in. The breeze has picked up, so the fog is kind of dissipating with the rain and the cloud. And so they're just like, what the fuck just happened to us?
Can I look at the mountain lion just to see if there's anything like weird? Is there like weird tech in it? Not that I would understand it. Is there like a brand on it? Like, or was it legit just a mountain lion attacking us?
Yeah, I guess just do a perception for me. Since you're just looking for obvious signs, not like a biological sciencey sense.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I crit well on that one.
Nice.
29.
29. You are kind of looking this creature over, and it is a large freaking mountain lion, and very clearly as was healthy. As it's a little hard to kind of like move him around and stuff, but maybe even more weird, it looks normal. There's no weird growths, no weird things that a lot of animals in this like area seem to have, or like weird evolutions. Like it looks just like a strong, healthy mountain lion. Now absolutely shredded.
It's not a Militech agent in a cat suit.
No.
Damn.
Can I like make something really quick with my fabrication expertise?
If it's, feasible that you would have the parts with you, yeah.
I have,
stuff that fit in a tool bag.
I have my tool bag and tech scanner and stuff like that. I think that Ivy does not feel safe and does not know how to use a gun very well. So she wants something that she can like use to help her in some way. So I think she wants to I don't know, I'm trying to think what I could make that would be helpful.
So yeah, so how with the tech stuff kind of goes, like if you're just pulling something out of your ass, we're gonna do more on the invention side of like coming up with something brand new. If you're wanting to like maybe add something to the gun, that would be more on the upgrade. Whereas then like, yeah, the fabricate is kind of like you're creating something you already kind of know of.
It'd probably be invention then. So I'm trying to find like basically a taser or something of some sort is my goal, like something that I can use that isn't a gun specifically, though I think it would be the same roles. I don't think it'll actually benefit in any way normally, but she just doesn't feel
so I mean the quickest she could put something together feasibly would be like an hour. So if you want to like spend the time out here for a bit kind of tinkering, we can do that role, but that is a good chunk of time.
Will it actually benefit me in any way, or will I still be using firearms for that?
If you're making like, yeah, like the shooty taser, yeah. If not, if you do like a stick, it'd be more melee, like a stun baton. If you figured out maybe some sort of way to like Adam brass knuckle style, you could then do maybe I would argue brawling.
Okay, it's not, I don't think it's worth it then. Brawling obviously is not the thing she should be doing, and that's the thing she's best at. So okay, never mind. I just want to blow something up.
So what do y'all do?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, thinking back on like the series of events, was there any scent difference, or was there any type of like color in fog or density in fog, of like trying to think of like in an analytical sense of like what could have brought that on?
I would let you either do like a deduction to kind of think of what you saw, or if you want to do like a perception to more look now and see if you can notice now a difference. Either way, I would let you kind of go depending on what stat you want to use there.
Well, let me see which one's better.
Oh, does Crystal have the pulled muscle?
Yes.
Yeah, but I can
That's
fix that.
still.
I can
I will-
also help with that if you want.
I think I will be okay. Depending. No, you can help. I said I didn't take as much as
Let me
that.
just look and see what it's.
First aid or
A
paramedic?
first aid. Yeah, DB
First
13.
made, I have a 13 in.
Go for it.
As long as there's not another crit fail. There we go. 20. Yeah. And kinda
So
get a
after
little-
she gets out of shock, she's like, "Oh, hold on, I can fix that."
Just stretch and popping it back into place.
Yeah. I know the pressure points. Fucking to fix pull muscle in real life. I wish I knew. That'd be great.
17 for perception.
Okay. So you are kind of looking around, thinking back to what you were walking around and kind of seeing. And with a 17, it's like you do feel more at ease and you do feel a little clearer and the fog is gone. But it was like very much like it got thicker and thicker the further into this forest you had gotten, which is very interesting. And looking now, you do still see this fog kind of hanging in the air, but it's not as much like down, like it's kind of dissipating with the rain and the wind down. It seems like it's kind of sticking along the tree lines, and you can see it kind of snaking around behind the facility out of view, kind of hanging in the trees and areas over there.
Dylan's kind of gonna stand up after like looking at everything, just kind of say, note to self, bring a gas mask.
A gas mask? What?
Oh, I read about it in a book. It's basically like it purifies the air. I think we had whatever's in the fog fucked with us.
Joe was immediately thinking, as soon as the whole arm thing happened, she was immediately thinking there's drugs in the air. So this being true is like there's like a little bit of like, I knew it, like on her face. Didn't know how, but knew it. Is this from like that? And she points at the building, the Militech building.
I don't know. I think it's figuring out what the hell it is. But also, nothing is wrong with that cat. Like, nothing.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I think if I'm understanding correctly, now that I'm out of shock, that our brains are just tricking us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it should have an extra arm or two tails or something.
Why?
Because of the radiation and the whole bombs that happened. It's perfect, pristine. I haven't seen a pristine animal other than in books.
Maybe they had him in the lab. Points to the Militech building.
Yeah, are we still going there right now, or is that still the plan?
And if we all feel comfortable doing so.
I mean, we're already here. Yep, we're already here. We should.
I mean, I probably would have snuck off anyway to do it. So sure, let's do it in group.
I will say, it is better to travel in groups.
Ivy starts picking up sticks and like sharpening at. She doesn't have a knife. Does anybody have a knife?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you definitely have like a Swiss Army knife tool.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Like, as a tech, like that's definitely
cool.
in the tech
Yeah.
tools.
Never mind. I forgot. I'm still in shock. Pull out a random knife and I just start making a spear.
Just whittling down the end of a
Would
wood.
you say that like we would have like bandanas or something? Like, is there anything that we could have like on us that we can make like a makeshift mask at least to kind of help?
You can attempt.
I would like that to do, yes. What Do I have to roll something? No.
I think you can tie a bandana around your face pretty well.
I would like to
I don't think
tie
we
a
need to roll for
bandana.
that.
Concentration check, please. I would like to tie a bandana around my face.
Like trying to not get your hair in the bow tie.
Hey,
like the
that's
knot.
hard.
It
That's
is hard.
difficult. That's real deal.
Okay. What would y'all like to do?
Approach the building. I think. If we're
Y'all are
still
looking,
going.
you see that the turret has like kind of it looks like a little hole has opened up that it has risen back into, and the metal plating has closed behind it. And you see this rather large, like nondescript facility for the most part. I think you could probably see a little bit of a faded logo on there from Militech at one point in time that has chipped and sun faded away. But it's, I mean, for Chris, this is a very outdated old building. We're talking, 20 plus, well, actually probably 40, 50 plus years ago built, but hasn't been in operation for 20 years. So there's not been a lot of newer renovations to it. To everyone else, wow, this is what a big corporate facility looks like, like this is peak large building. But it's pretty nondescript, and you do notice that in the same kind of metal plating that covered that hole that the turret went in covers all the doors and windows, as it looks like maybe some sort of security response has happened to the turret being fired, and everything has these like thick metal plating, like storm window looking things over them.
I can try to break into it somehow.
Just be careful.
Very.
Yeah, I wouldn't go net running.
I mean, I was hoping for electronic security tech, but I don't know what to roll.
Oh, just
Do
if
a
you're
perception
hacking.
check for me first.
Perception check. Okay. Perception. 20.
With a 14.
No, 14. I lied.
You're kind of looking around and you don't see any sort of electronical node on the outside. There's no keypads for entry. There's nothing that is kind of like old wires or, even like, emergency response kind of boxes. It is just very sterile, flat concrete and metal building on the outside.
I don't like that. Well, how am I supposed to break in if there's no electronics on the outside? That defeats the freaking purpose.
Anyone else would also that would like to can also do perception, and y'all are kind of looking around, seeing what's up with this building.
I shall do one.
15. I mean, I'd be much better, but
14. Same.
22.
Ooh!
So yeah, Ivy, Chris, and Joe, y'all are kind of looking around and getting the same, like, going up and kind of pushing on some of these like little storm windows and stuff, and they don't move at all, trying to see if there's any sort of like gap you can put a tool into, and they're very flush, and you're kind of looking at it, and it's definitely like very locked down with whatever. I think maybe even probably Chris, especially like having just your enhanced, do you have ear things?
no, I just
Okay. But still being up that close, you can kind of hear, and then Dylan can definitely hear too, like just like a very slight like kind of beep that it sounds like there's some sort of like alarm system or something that has enacted. And Dylan, you're kind of walking around doing the same thing past everybody, and you're still very focused on this fog and like how weird that is, and see it kind of creeping around. And you walked back to this like back corner of this building that looks out over what would have been a lake that is now long dried up and stuff, and the fog is hanging very heavy in it, not as thick as it was since it is raining and the wind is kind of pushing it along. But you're kind of looking at that, and then something catches your eye to the side as you see like a large drainage pipe that would have pumped itself into the lake, thanks Militech, but is now dry, seeing as there is no lake in this gully anymore.
Always comes down to pollution. Fuckers. Is there any like guard tower nearby or
Not that you've noticed or would know of.
okay, because I just didn't know if there would be like a way to like even at that turret see if we could turn something off.
Is this going to be like a Goonies situation? Like we can go up through. Is there like a tunnel that funnels into the river? We can climb up through the tunnel to get to the.
I mean, the pipe is probably about 5 feet circumference, or diameter, whatever. Big, it's huge.
Yeah.
A lot of probably no good things are pumped down at some point.
There is a back door.
Yeah.
Using low light vision, do I see anything more in the pipe?
Samesies.
Y'all kind of look in, and definitely the fog is still kind of hanging, but it's not enough. Like you probably still get a little bit of that weird fuzzy feeling, but it's not enough that yet, at least, you're hallucinating werewolves. But you're able to kind of look down it, and with the low light, I mean, you kind of see it just goes up a little bit. But other than that, that's about it. There's nothing really in there. You don't see any light from somewhere. It seems like it just kind of does a little bit of an incline, probably about 10 meters down.
No infrared, no heat signatures.
No heat signatures.
Cool. So
no sewer monsters yet.
We could try this way. This might work. Maybe, possibly. If not, we could just go home. It'd be great. If after that, then we could go.
Sure, let's go to the poop chute.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
I don't want to go down it because you got it a poop chute.
I don't know. That kind of makes it less scary. We're laughing now.
Do y'all know how close I was? But I was like, no, this is going to be more goofy than spooky. How close I was of having the combat in here and it be mutated turtles. It was the first thing I thought of, and then I was like, I can't. That's just going to be goofy.
No.
Yeah, Keanu.
But okay, y'all start going for a bit. What is the kind of the march in order? It'd probably be a little more comfortable 1 by 1, or maybe 2 by 2.
I am hiding behind Chris or somebody. I don't care who. I am hiding behind somebody.
I'm probably in the front as well. I see.
Okay.
I'm probably leading to be like, everything's fine, guys. Just keep going.
I would say I would love to be either first or second because I have low light vision and being able to, since we don't have any really exterior lighting at the moment.
I have a flashlight.
I can take the back.
Cool.
So y'all start walking, and it's very dry. We don't have any like excess things. Like it's very clearly like old, rusted. It's very dry now at this point. And so almost the rust even gives you a little bit better of a foothold as you get up into this little incline of where you're able to kind of just hold on to the sides and push yourself up before it flatten out a bit again. We'll say for ease sake, there's a few different little offshoots that go to probably other parts of the building, important things all under here. But you do notice, Chris, that this one that's just kind of straight down in front of you, that you can see the glow of a light coming from like above this pipe area.
Potential exit. Pointing at the small amount of dim light that I think is coming through that is then enhanced by the low light.
Exit like being entrance into the building, or exit at just the tunnel?
Entrance into the building.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Sure.
Gonna just hold on to the last round of perception rolls as Dylan, you now hear muffled conversation echoing down from that same direction.
Like towards the Militech building?
Yep.
Do I hear what's being said?
Right now, no. It's a little far away, and it's just kind of like you can hear just what seems to be just like a couple of words here or there, like it's not anything.
You said you had
wild
cyber
yet.
ears, right?
Yeah, I do. I have cyber
Mhm.
ears. And I
Yeah,
have
it's all
the
just kind of
lie
like echoing in the
detector.
metal and just hear like a yeah. Well, hold on, just little things here and there.
I'll whisper really quick. I can try and sneak forward a little. There's people up there. I don't know who.
Why are there people in an abandoned building?
That's exactly what I want to find out.
We're here, but
Why are they here the same day that we're here?
I'm sneaking out.
Yeah.
Are the cyber ears you have, is that the cyber audio suite?
Mm-hmm.
I also have that. Can I?
You have like the enhanced things.
Oh
I don't
no,
know
never
what
mind.
what the additions are.
I
There's
have
like
an
audio
audio
recorder.
Yeah, I have the audio recorder and a level dampener, which
Oh,
that
nice.
one.
Level dampener is super fucking handy though.
Can I maybe can I maybe go like follow kind of on the other side? Wait, let me look at my stealth before I offer up my services. 1 second. What is that under? Body?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay at that. I wouldn't mind like going kind of in tandem and then like recording just so we have proof for if we want any kind of to take it back with us.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got Dylan and Joe kind of sneaking forward. Chris and Ivy, y'all are gonna kind of hang back. Alrighty. So
I should say I do have a body cam on me, like at all times, basically. But I don't with the low light. I don't know how well it's working. It should have audio, but not. It's definitely not the audio suite, which is way better.
Alrighty. So both Dylan and Joe roll stealth for me as y'all are walking through this.
13.
Okay.
14.
Do I need to roll anything to see like I don't know. I've never had the recorder. Do I need anything to check of how good quality I get, or does it just happen?
No, I'm gonna say something. If it was like something wild, like in the middle of a gunfight or super far away or something, maybe, but this is fine.
Gotcha.
Let's see, what is the perception here? Okay. So you'll kind of start crouching your way up and you see that this particular pipe area does start to have kind of these grates that are over it, like maybe whatever was in this room at some point in time had a lot of liquid, so they just had the grates in the floor just go directly into this like exit pipe. And so you're able to kind of go in and you can see this room that's pretty large. It's very, very dark, especially because you can see that there's probably some windows that are now all covered from whatever the security thing is, but there is like just a dull like red light that kind of flashes every once in a while that looks to probably be a part of that security system. And you both kind of look in just through these grates that are like welded into this. This isn't like a let's pop the manhole up kind of thing as you're kind of looking. And you see some people in this room. The first one you would notice is a individual that is kind of facing the direction that y'all are at, not looking down by any means, but is facing your direction. And this is a rather large individual. Like he's probably about 6'5" and like has the belly nearly that big around as well, like that nice healthy beer belly going on. Has this white button-up shirt that's kind of just a little stained and old, obviously here there, with his sleeves all pulled up, his suspenders on, his hair slicked back and greasy, with this like real menacing look on his face, with these, you know, big heavy set eyebrows. This is Vincent. You all know Vincent. He is a part of this city's history and is a skeezy part of it. His family's been here for forever. They owned the mines. He does a lot of the more organized crime in the area, as well as has tried multiple times to overthrow city government, and is a real shithead.
Fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy. You see in front of him someone with their back turned to you. And I say someone very loosely, as this individual looks to be, you know, not as tall as Vincent, but is very lanky and very not normal proportions. It looks like the legs are a little longer than they should be, whereas like it's a little thinner in some areas than it should be, and they're all decked out in black and you can't see anything of them, as it looks like almost like a not like the colorful like body suits, but probably more like a painter work suit kind of, you know, where there's still some like imagination, but it's all black, including the head that's facing you. As you see, Vincent has this real just like obstinate look on his face, as he's kind of looking at this individual. A door kind of opens in the back. You see the metal things slide up as someone walks in, types something on a keypad on the inside, and it slides back down. And you see Skeeter Jr., Vincent's right-hand man. He is, I mean, Skeeter, as always, just decked out in his, you know, causing shit clothes of just jeans, ripped up t-shirt, his hat on all kind of sideways. And you can see he looks a little uneasy, but is really putting on that like front. And he's like, boss, it looks like the movement picked up some sort of mountain lion. Or the system picked up some sort of mountain lion. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to the turret. Maybe there was a hunter, but I don't see nobody out there anymore. And Vincent's like, well, thanks, Skeeter. Anyway, and he'll look back to this individual. It's like, I doubt we were followed, but if we are, we will deal with it when we get outside. But that doesn't mean that our conversation needs to end. Now look, back to what I was saying, you do not give me ultimatums. We work on my timeline. That is what is safest and what is the most reliable. I know this area, I know this town. You and your cronies here need to back the fuck off. And he kind of like moves his hand, and you see now scattered around the room up in the shadows more of these individuals in black clothing, all in different kind of proportions, absolutely nondescript, except they all have these like featureless, like deep pitch black face masks on. That's like almost like just a disc on their face. It's like, you back the fuck off, and we are going to report back when I am ready. Do you hear me? It's real like quiet and still for a second, and you just see like a very slow head nod from the creature standing in front of him. It's like, Good. Skeeter, get your gun out. I'm going back to town, and we're going to deal with anybody that might have been following us so these guys can get back to their job. How about that? And then he turns around and starts to walk off. You see Skeeter type in again something on the keypad. The doors slide up and then close back a moment after they have walked out. You see that the figure kind of looks over to the others that are there. They're all completely still before eventually they all start moving towards another door on the other side, kind of let's say they were going out straight from your point of view. These guys are going out to the right. But when they walk, it's like you're missing frame rates watching them, as it's very glitchy and kind of inhuman vibe, kind of like I'd said in the last one of watching someone walk in a strobe light as they start to kind of glitch their way out the door. And that is where we are going to end today's episode and see what happens next week.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
God dang,
Everybody,
Vincent.
thanks for hanging out. God dang it, Vincent. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to my players. For those here on YouTube, appreciate you watching. And these are coming out in nice little bite-sized chunks over in Big A Dice Games. So if you want to relive it or listen to an audio